In South Shields, Grahame Holmes, with the help of old pal Tony Mather, is getting ready to part with a classic that's a bit of a wolf in sheep's clothing.
I had the Ford Focus ST170 engine and a Sierra gearbox, and I built that into this new body shell, and it's done about 8,000 miles since I did the work on it, and it included 3 trips to Spain.
It looks like a standard car, but it surprises a lot of people with more powerful engines.
And tucked away in the garage is another little number that Graham's built himself, a Proteus replica Jaguar C-Type.
It will do nearly 160 miles an hour. I've had it up around the 160 mark on the Nürburgring, on the straight there. It was quite frightening.
These circuit passes on all the different circuits we've been on over the last 25, 30 years. I've got a very similar Jaguar, a D-Type, I built 28 years ago. Between us, we've got wonderful memories of racing around Europe, and it's been excellent. It's about as good as we'll get at the moment. It's misfiring on 2 cylinders at the moment.
4 and 3, is it?
I think so, yeah. So I'll have to take the plugs out and clean them.
In 1951, the C-Type brought Jaguar its first victory in the classic Le Mans 24-hour race. 2 years later, the car won again with an average speed of over 100 miles an hour, a first for the iconic endurance race. The C in C-Type stands for competition. The car is officially an XK120C, and even with all the heavy bits left off it, the C was double the price of a standard XK. Today, the original cars run well into the millions. Even a top-end factory-built Proteus will cost the price of the average house. But if you look around, there are occasionally sensibly priced early recreations out there.
I've had my enjoyment out of it, so let somebody else enjoy it and cherish it. But it's to be driven and not just to be left parked in a garage.
Do we need some tissues? No. How are you?
MG runs.
Yep.
And has brakes.
Yeah.
The Jaguar will run, but it has no brakes.
None at all?
No.
Oh, right. I like that. That sits well.
Well, this is the one with a ST170.
This has?
Yes.
Oh, hang on. You're getting me all hot under the collar here.
And a T5 gearbox.
Has she got a Ford lump in it, has it?
Yes.
That you put in, Graham?
Yes.
Did you?
Yeah.
What made you put that in then?
Well, that's got about 180, 190 brake horsepower.
Yeah.
The MG has about 80.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That was...
I had one in my youth.
Yeah.
Californian import cage, all the rest of it, and I put twin cam Lotus pistons in and some big carbs, and it went well, but it was never enough, you know. No. It just never enough. It should be a flyer, shouldn't it? We know I like a modification or two, an upgrade we're going to call them, not modifications, upgrades. We like them when they're done correctly and nicely, and the good thing with that, most people, me included, when you first walk up to it, looks no different, does it? Brilliant, that's the bit I like.
So, it's sad seeing them go, but it's 2 years since I've been in the Jaguar, and I got in about a week ago to get it started up.
Yep.
And it took us over an hour to get me out again.
Oh, good.
So,
you don't just want to use it for a pint of milk then, do you?
No.
No. It's tight fitting here, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Tight Working in there.
Yeah. Did you do that MG conversion in here?
Yes.
Did you?
Right then.
I have it, we're all right. Oh, beautiful. You'd think I'd done this before. And did you buy this as a kit then, Grahame? The body?
Yeah, it's a Proteus.
Yeah. Right, and so you would buy the space frame and the body. Yeah.
When it comes to cars like this, Paul knows they're only as good as the person wielding the spanners.
That's their spot.
So he's done all that work on the Jag and the MG in here?
In here, yep. Yeah, it just shows, doesn't it? So when they say, I haven't got the room, get out of it.
Graham's hoping his MGB will fetch decent money.
What do you need in your pocket? 13?
Yeah.
Right.
And as for the C-Type replica,
Maybe 50 to 60 grand.
Yeah.
But you can never tell.
No, you can't tell. Good. Right, we'll get trailer gathered up and we'll be off. Good to see you, and we'll see you in due course.
I'd love them. It's sad to see them go, but I might as well go and buy myself a big Volvo or something like that and get in and out.
You can get your garage back to put everything else in.
Oh, it's never been my garage.
You can't help but like it, can you? It's not made for comfort, is it? It's made for a bit of fun. It's made for Harewood Hill climb, isn't it? And I mean, look at some of the events it's done. I mean, we've got ever so many different events that the car's been on. There's stickers all over the windscreen and inside the cars where it's passed various noise tests, and it's done the Nürburgring. There's more stickers all in here. There's stickers everywhere where it's done and been, it would appear. Track passes, look. So, it's lived a life. It'll be a fun car, that, and I think it's a right pretty looking car. Value-wise, tricky one, isn't it? Do you know what, if you lined up 15 people there, you'd get 15 different valuations, wouldn't you? You'd get anything from 10 to probably 150,000, wouldn't you? I suppose to me it sort of shouts 20, 25,000 quid, I suppose, but I mean, I might be way out. I haven't checked up on prices of C-Types this week, but you ain't going to get one for 25 grand, I know that much. So I suppose, yeah, unless you've got 10 times out to start looking for one, then you're going to have to be happy and put up with one of them, aren't you? A recreation of one. But it doesn't shout £50,000 to me. We'll see. I might be wrong. I'm wrong every day, Chris, aren't I? We'll wait and see what happens at the sale.
So you can see it's a real good, solid, sound motor. Lovely interior.
Meanwhile, Derek's taking stock of the C-Type stablemate, another home-built beauty, the MGB GT, that's been modified with a Ford engine, gearbox and more.
Look at that. They call it a Le Mans quick fill-in fuel cap. So, you know, you can imagine the Le Mans car coming out and bang, it was off and wallop him when it went, and away it went, and the bloke here smoking. Just a little bit of picking up here. They always pick up here, don't they, these MGs? I mean, this is a new body shell. Some years ago, fair enough, 10 years ago maybe, but they still pick up here. It's blooming strange, isn't it? There's no real reason why they should, as far as I can see, but they do. Fancy wheels. I like the wheels. They're quite nice. I mean, I like wire wheels above all else, but if you're not having wire wheels, then they're at least they're centre locks, look, which is lovely. The way it's sitting in there and the way it's plumbed in, it just looks as though it's grown there. That could have been out the factory, that. In fact, if it had come out of the factory, it would have been lovely, wouldn't it? Would have been a big seller then. So I dread to think of the performance, but blooming quick. It'll be much livelier. I ain't got a clue what brake horsepower it's generating, but probably double an MGB by the looks of that. So it'll go a bit. So the guy who buys this in years gone by would have bought and owned and enjoyed an XR2 or an XR3 or something like that. He's now got to the stage where he wants a classic, but he still wants that bit more punch than the average one. This is going to be a smiley car. Whoever buys this is going to want a lemon to suck on, because he'll be smiling constantly when he's driving this. You drive it a bit hard, it'll be lovely to perform.
The vendor, Grahame Holmes, clearly believes in his car too, and has upped his asking price to somewhere between 14 and 16 grand.
Yes, 10 grand of a car. Yes, 10 grand. I can't see why it should make more than 10 grand, but someone might disagree and pay 12 grand for it, but it ain't going to make 16. No way. No way. You know, 16 buys you one of the best MGB roadsters in the country, original. And I don't think there's many people out there that would appreciate this conversion and pay the extra money for it. I think that weighs it up. We'll see.